This episode is about love. Must-have players that Tim the Bald Guy and I absolutely love with all our heart. And if we love them that much, you got to draft them. That's where we're at. Big episode. We got 7 players here that you have to target on your rosters. The last one is a special one. Immense value at the running back position who could finish top 5. I know it's crazy. You can get this guy later, mid to later, I would say. So stay to the end, guys. Excited there. If you're new to the channel, smash it, tap it, slap it, hit that thumbs up as I introduce the great, the powerful Tim, a.k.a. the Bald Man. Why are you asleep? Oh, he's got a loving position.
I'm in love.
He's in love. Look at him go. Look at those twinkly eyes. Oh my goodness. If you guys are in the car, you need to pull over and go to the YouTube channel version. Don't just listen in the car on Spotify. Go to the pull over and check out those eyes. Those eyes are for you guys today.
I got the love in my eyes.
So Tim, you've got 3 players. I got 4. And I'm excited to dive into this. We've got some news to cover, as you know, as per usual. But how are you doing before we start this? Because football is back. We're in the thick of things. This is where it happens. This is where the tire meets the road. People are drafting. 16-round sales are booming. People want to get the cheat code. I'm excited, man.
I mean, football's back, but this is preseason. This is like minor league football. You know, this is a little lower, but at least we're getting some action. Let's put it that way.
And that's what I was explaining in another video. I'm like, I hate preseason because it's literally like, you know, when you go to a restaurant, you get like an appetizer, right? But, you know, it's like almost like a quarter of that appetizer. You get the bread out there and like maybe a little bit of, whatever it is, whatever your favorite appetizer is, you're only getting a portion of the appetizer because these starters come out and they come out for one drive, or in some cases, you don't even see the starters. I mean, I'm all about getting those reps in, not getting injured, but getting those reps in. It's so important so that you guys are up to speed, these players, when the actual season starts. So a lot of starters just sitting down and just like, well, we're just going to wait till week 1. Week 1, man, you're going from 0 to 100, dude. I don't know. I say player guys, honestly.
It's a tough call, man. I kind of get it, and they even shortened preseason, right? So it's one of those things. You don't want your guys to get injured, but if you don't play them enough, then they get injured during the year because they're not ready. Like you say, they're not taking those full force hits. They're not running as hard as they should be. It's always a question of what do you do, man? What's the right answer here? I don't know if there is one.
Yeah, you gotta kind of balance it out, but to not play them at all or just give them one series, we want to see more. Speaking of more, if you want more out of your draft and you actually want to win your league, grab the 16-round draft solution. Sleepers, breakouts, optimal players drafted each round. This is the game changer. An ironclad roster delivered to you, which I update till the season starts. Recently updated it and dropped the mock draft for August. It's there, it's ready. So I'm walking you through how to draft the optimal roster, omitting all the busts. Last year, I told you to avoid Deebo Samuel, Ayuk round 3, CMC first overall. This is the type of value you're getting. You are avoiding those landmine traps and saving your season. Grab 16 rounds. And here's the deal. Special code, because Tim's here. We're going to give a special code. Isn't that nice of us, Tim? Just because you're here and we're in a loving mood.
Right on. So code should be love.
No.
Not. Oh, I see. I don't love that. That hurts me.
The code should be love, but it's actually win. And I'm in love with winning, so win is the code. There you go.
I'd love to win too. Exactly.
So it works. It works out. So yeah, grab the 16-round draft solution and let's get to who it is. Who is it, Tim? Who always introduces the news? It's your friend.
It's some guy named Brad. Some guy.
We now have breaking news.
Thanks, Brad. We appreciate you, man. Some people I think that people have asked that Brad comes onto this show, but they got to understand that he's a one-liner guy who's behind the scenes. He's right over there chasing Connor. We don't really want to put him on the air too much, right, Tim?
Sipping his brandy and cognac off screen. Yeah, man. Keep him where he is. He's good that way.
Okay, a couple of things from yesterday here. Again, good morning. There might be some news that broke because we're recording this like late afternoon on, the day before, but we want to get this out to you for 7:30. And so many people are enjoying these 7:30 shows. And I'm delivering, man. I want you to be happy because I was the commuter. For years, Tim, I was the commuter. I did the commute. I was stuck in traffic and it just brightened up my day to have a show that I could go to. And that's what we're here for. So again, hit the thumbs up, smash it, tap it, drop a comment. Tim, you were a commuter for a long time as well, weren't you?
Yeah, thankfully I never got into those crazy like hour and a half, 2 hour commute. Oh my gosh, I would never want to do that. So for me, I always tried to keep my commutes down to like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is good.
Yeah.
So a lot of times our show though, I mean, I don't want to screw anybody over here, but a lot of the times the shows go like 30 to 40. So you might have to sit in your car outside work for a little bit.
Or play us in slow motion, something like that, right? Anyways, let's keep going. Let's go with the news. Forget the chit chat here. All right, a couple of things I want to highlight here, and this is huge news that I was alerted yesterday that Matt Stafford is not practicing. Did not practice yesterday, Tuesday, August 12th, and this is a huge issue because I've already called a Puka Nacua bust first round. He's coming off 9th overall in 12-person league, give or take a position there. We're talking about a guy who has his share of injuries. You know, he was injured last year. They added Devontae Adams to him. I don't like that. Adams, I know he's kind of over the hill slightly, but yeah, he's still doing well in camp. I heard he's tearing it up in camp, getting a ton of touchdowns. He's never taken a back seat. So now you got the Stafford in street clothes, and we're what, like 3 weeks, give or take, away from the season? Stafford in street clothes? Do we trust Jimmy Garoppolo that much? I don't know. As the back, I don't know, Tim. This is scary.
No, we don't trust him, but at least he can kind of handle his own. He's not a winner by any means, but he can make it happen. Let's just hope that Stafford comes back. He's ready to go week 1. If not, maybe a week or 2 of Jimmy G. So be it. So be it. But yes, it definitely hurts the value.
It is another red flag, dude. Like when you are looking at, you know, Puka or even Adams. Adams obviously better value in the 3rd round compared to Puka in the 1st round, but still you're kind of like, red flag, be aware. A lot of injuries going on here with the Packers. One of them being Christian Watson. His knee is ahead of schedule in his recovery, but will likely start the season on PUP or like physically unable or IR. So he's going to miss like the first quarter of the season, which is really good news when you're looking at Matthew Golden, who is the rookie. I don't have a lot of Matthew Golden stock. They say he's a one-trick pony. Yes, he's a speedster, all that stuff. But to be honest with you, I just think it's the team and that offense just spreads the ball around. You got Reed, who's also a little banged up. Romeo Dobbs, I think I was reading, he's a little banged up. They got the tight ends, and I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. And then Love is dealing with his share of injuries. I think Jordan Love was the news. I got to pull this up too. Has some sort of like, here it is right here. Thumb will undergo, listen to this. Jordan Love will undergo thumb surgery to repair a ligament issue on his left non-throwing hand, which is good. Head coach Matt LaFleur said they hope that Love, hey, our show is about love today, Tib. It's about love, so why not Jordan Love, right?
There you go.
Matt LaFleur said he hopes he's going to be back to practice next week. So I still don't like him undergoing any surgery. Like, I know it's his non-throwing hand, it's his thumb, he'll be back, but he's kind of shown his share of injuries too. So I'm a little scared of Love too. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, and no matter what, that thumb's going to take a little bit of a beating, at least when you get the ball hiked to you, right? Like you're not just one-handing it; it's coming at you, and you're doing this. I don't know if you can see me. Sorry, you're doing this.
Oh, okay, all
right.
right.
So it's going to take a little bit of impacting. It's probably going to sting and hurt a little bit, but I'm sure they've got things that will help him deal with that.
Yeah, James Cook practiced yesterday, I believe. At the time of this recording, I'm reading that things have changed in the contract dispute. Maybe they get a contract signed between the recording and when we release this. But James Cook, a guy, Tim, here's the deal. Like, he had 2 crappy years, all right? 2 crappy years. Mediocre, 4 touchdowns, rushing combined in those 2 seasons. Then he has this astronomical 18 touchdown season. Clearly an inflation based on how the offense wanted to run. It was not a James Cook thing. It was we're going to just force feed him because there's no other wide receivers type thing. So now he's like demanding and holding out. Like, you had 1 good season, dude, and you got lucky. And this is what I don't like, man. I don't think he's good enough to be demanding money. That's my thoughts on it,
Yeah, I hate those guys that have, like you said, 1 great year out of 3 or 4, and then all of a sudden they think they're a superstar and just give me the money. I deserve this. Look at what I did. Look at what I did. Yeah, great. You did it 1 year. What about give me a refund on those couple of years where you sucked?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it for sure. A couple other things I want to talk about here. Michael Penix, not that it matters, will not play in preseason game Friday, August 15th, according to head coach Raheem Morris. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, Penix is no superstar yet. Give him the reps. Let him get out there, man. Let's see how he's connecting with Drake London. Like, What is going on? You know what I'm saying? That's what bothers me, man. Like, we want to see him, right? Now, I've got no stock on this. Is why I'm saying make sure you guys draft an ace quarterback as someone who's proven. Tyreek Hill is considered day-to-day. He has an oblique thing because of an injury, oblique injury, and may not be able to participate in joint practice with the Lions this week, according to head coach Mike McDaniel. So Tyreek Hill, he didn't have the greatest year last year. Now he's showing signs of injuries this year. I know it's an oblique. That's where it starts. And it's a can of worms, right? One thing leads to another. So who knows, man? Tyreek Hill, I have no stock in him as well, but I think he's trending upwards based on the last year. And that's pretty much it. Then you got some nagging stuff here and there. Nothing like worth mentioning. Like this guy is set to play here or might not. And it's a lot of defenders news. Oh, Malik Neighbors, that's another thing, was out of practice yesterday. His shoulder is bothering him. Not good for a first round pick either. I want to mention that.
Yeah, it's rough, but thankfully, once again, if it's only holding out of practice, not that big a deal. It's just why bother taking the chance of aggravating it? Just kind of rest it for a little while. And this is game time. Then you've got an issue. Then you got to start looking at it a little more serious.
Absolutely. All right, that's it for Breaking Brad. Where are you, Breaking Brad?
We now have breaking news.
No, we just did breaking news.
I know, we gotta close it out, dude. We gotta close it out. All right, guys, make sure you guys do grab the 16-round draft solution. Secure the solution, secure the championship. All right, let's go to our first player here. And again, I'm a very rude person, as you can tell. Usually you let the guest go first. I'm not going to do that because Tim's not really a guest anymore. He's kind of outworn his welcome. So we're going to go with my first guy that I got to have. And I want to explain a story. Let's go with story time with we need like a story time announcer. Someone says, it is now story time, right? I think we need that. Don't we, Tim?
We don't need it, but if you can do a really funny, good one, then sure, I'm all for it.
Hold on. There's our story time song. Iris Bell. What do you think? No?
Sure.
All right, here we go. All right, so I got story time. So Tyler Warren's the guy I'm talking about. So I explained it. I think I talked about this because it's really ticked off in another video. I think Jim was there. And here's the story. So I'm in this big money league. It's 2K buy-in, right? So I buy this league predicated on the fact that I wanted. Well, in my other leagues, I had Tyler Warren because I've been drafting him since like May, and he had a really good preseason, top prospect. I believe he's going to be the wide receiver one with ease on the Indianapolis Colts. So hear me out, Tim. So I'm in this league, and I'm just anticipating I'm just going to get Tyler Warren. Like he was not even a thought because I was locking him in best ball leagues. I know best ball is a little bit different from redraft. I was locking him in round 7. That's where he should be going, round 7, 8, give or take. Lately, his ADP has been rising. So I'm in this draft, and the main reason I went to this draft, I wanted more Amari Hampton stock. I wanted more Travion Henderson stock. Those rookie running backs, got to have them. And I wanted some Emeka stock. So my main goal was to get Hampton, Emeka, and Travion Henderson, okay? So I lock in Hampton and Henderson, so I'm sitting pretty. We're on the 5-6 turn. I see Calvin Ridley sitting there. I'm like, yeah, man, Calvin Ridley should have a good season. Round 5, not bad value for a wide receiver 1. I grab Ridley. This other guy, I don't want to curse on here because I know kids listen to the channel. Even my kids have now been watching my show, so I'm trying not to curse as much. So this guy goes, and remember, I'm in the 10th spot, so there's 4 picks on the turn. You're following so far, right? So this guy goes Hawkinson, which I'm like, cool. I don't really care for Hawkinson. Then he goes, the other 2 guys get like a wide receiver running back. So it's the guy that just went Hawkinson. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like guaranteed Warren here. Like I was still ready to reach on Warren even. Or I was, so this guy gets Warren after he went Hawkinson in the 6th round. So I'm like sitting there going, whoa, this is like 1.5 rounds before his ADP where he should be coming off. Dude, I lost it, right? And then I ended up going Caleb Johnson, which I love the value, which we'll talk about in a second. So anyways, I'm like, cool, all right? By the way, I wanted Emeka, and he in the same money league, because I saw it came off at the 8-5. So I'm like, Emeka, I got to get him. And it didn't come back to me in 7. He went at the 7-2 before it came back to me. So not only did I lose Warren, I lost Emeka, dude. So that's my story. What do you think?
That's the way it is, though, man. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday. I think you never get every guy you want, right? You can never get that guy, even though you were ready to reach on some of these guys, you still missed out. So that other person reached on him as well.
Yeah, but I'm pissed,
right? Like this guy wanted him too, and he's so in a way you should also be like, oh, this guy sees the same thing. I'm not just a moron.
Yeah. But anyways, I was pissed, and I ended up buying another 2K buy-in league, and I got both Warren and Emeka. So there's the story. There's a happy ending.
You got your guys, but then did you get the rest of your guys, right? It's always, I got 3 of the 5 that I wanted.
Bottom line, I like Tyler Warren. I believe in him. I'm not going Brock Bowers round 2. I think it's going to be a major regression. I've explained why in like 1,000 videos at this point. He was a good value in round 10 last year. This year, it's a new quarterback. And some people say, oh, it's a better quarterback. Hold on, where's my voice?
It's a better quarterback, Joe. It's better.
Yeah, but there was no Ashton Genty. There was no Thornton. There was no Jack Beck. It was an entirely different offense where he was the only receiving target. And we were getting him in the 10th round. Now you're telling me I got to pay a second round pick for a guy who's coming off, a second round for a guy who's in a worse situation? I'll pass. Give me Tyler Warren. Great hands, red zone target. Just a beast of a player. And we saw him in the preseason game and we were hearing amazing things out of training camp, and they don't have any other wide receivers. That's all I got to say about Tyler Warren. Tim, I just love him. I love him. There's a lot of love here.
The only one thing negative you can say, though, is the quarterbacks.
Yeah, Daniel Jones, Richardson. Did you see the finger of Richardson? I don't know if he was I think it was his throwing hand. He's still practicing, I think, but it was like bent like this. It's not supposed to bend, like fingers bend like this. His look like this on like, that guy is just like, he's got bad luck, dude. Like he's always getting hurt. Like he's just like brittle. I never trust that guy at all.
If bone's not poking out of skin, we're okay. Let's put it that way.
All right, Tim, I'm going to queue up your next guy here. We're going to go to a quarterback here who's in a great position, who you absolutely love. Tell me why you love Mr. Jaden Daniels.
This is a love. Like, I love Jaden Daniels. I mean, this is my man crush, okay? These other guys, I love what they could be. So this is the thing. These aren't necessarily must-haves for me that I'll die to get them and I'm going to reach and reach and reach. No. But when it comes to Jaden, even last year, I was just like, man, I think this guy's got it. Yes, crap team, not really much going on. But, being the dual threat that he is, being able to throw the ball so well and being able to run amazing, I was like, yes, I got to take. And this year's the same thing. I'm still expecting. I think there's a little room for growth, even more rushing touchdowns, better, just get a little bit of the better offense. Yeah, they added Debo. I was like, okay, that doesn't super excite me, but it's something, and Debo gets a little bit gimmicky here and there. So there's opportunity. I think the numbers could creep up a little bit. So don't overpay for him. Don't like super reach on him. But to me, he should be like the 3rd or 4th quarterback coming off the board. And I'm in love with him. That's my love.
That's your love, man. And here's the deal. Last year had a good season, finished 5th amongst quarterbacks. Yeah, there's more ceiling to be had. 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. You can improve on that. Obviously, we got the McLaurin and some contract issues there. He's been gelling well with Debo Samuel, I've been hearing in training camp. My only concern is obviously, we saw this happen with CJ Stroud last year. The big old, I hate to say it, sophomore slump, and that is very possible. But I do really think that Daniels is a special talent, and I'm excited to see what he does. I really am.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know the guy that plays Punisher, John Bernthal, I think it is? The Punisher guy? Yeah. So a lot of people...
It's you.
And the thing is, I don't really look like him as much on camera. In person, it's a side profile. People are like, you look like him. So anyways, I just saw a video. The NFL was pushing it where he's just like I think he was on field or something saying, I love the Commanders. He's like, I travel the world and I'm able to still watch these games. So he's a Commanders fan, John Bernthal or whatever his name is. The Punisher guy.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. All right, my next guy here, Tim, is Emeka Egbuka. Now, here's the deal. I always loved this guy from day one. Some people are like, oh, Joe, you love him? Hold on.
You love him, so all of a sudden.
Listen, everything before the season starts is within limits, okay? I can't come to you week 7 on a player I didn't like and say, oh, I love him now. That's what the Consheepses do. But we are still early. Like, the season hasn't started. He hasn't even played an NFL down aside from preseason, right? Where he had a nice catch, right? So I'm on him, and I got on him weeks ago, like really on him, right? Before, the Godwin thing was bothering me. We weren't sure. I looked like a 3-headed monster, and Godwin was going to get his share. Now he's banged up. He's missing time in the season. And I know, based on this talent, that Emeka is just going to completely run with that job. And you got Evans, who's older. This is where Emeka is really just going to emerge and be the man. I love the situation, Tim. And we're going to talk about a little bit about Baker Mayfield in a second. When you're looking at a guy who threw the ball 570 times as Baker Mayfield did, that's a lot of volume. And who's going to catch the ball? Who are you going to call? Emeka Egbuka. I love this guy, dude. Amazing hands, savvy route runner, great route. He's polished. He's ready for the NFL, man. Out of some of these rookie wide receivers, this is one of, if not the most ready to go guy in a great situation. Godwin's going to be out. Oh man, dude, I'm salivating. And this proves, and it's going to prove that you can wait on wide receiver. And this guy's going to fit easily top 10. Like I just see it. I see it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big call. I like the situation too. I think he's in a great situation. But Mike Evans is no slouch, no chump. Yes, he's getting older, but he's still fantastic. If and when Godwin comes back, he's going to be a little bit of a thorn in the side. But to me, Egbuka is definitely the wide receiver 2 on the team. I'm going to put it that way. I still think Evans leads the team, but Egbuka has a great opportunity there. Like you said, throws for lots of yards. It's going to be there. There's going to be an opportunity to show. Now, will this be the year that he takes top dog? I don't think so. I think it's going to have to be year 2, year 3, but I think he's going to be phenomenal.
I think it's going to be this year. I think it's going to be immediate. But we'll see. I mean, we saw it with guys going back a couple years. We saw it with like Adam Thielen getting smoked by Jefferson when he came in. Like,
yeah, it does happen. Absolutely.
Could be one of those situations. So I'm excited. Draft Emeka. Make sure he's on your roster. Don't let him go away. It looks like you have to pay a 6th round pick at the time it's recording. Mid-August, early to mid-August. So be careful. Your guy you love. I like the talent here. I just don't see all the love. Cam Scatabo, whatever.
I like to say Scatabo. Do the Adam Sandler thing. Scatabo.
What's so like? I mean, he's a beast, physically, and he's a game changer. But like, he's banged up. He's got a hamstring injury.
Yes, which is scary, and that's why I said this is a love episode. Not necessarily, I gotta have him. If I can get him still at a good price this year, yeah, I'm still gonna take absolutely. But this might not be one that really gets to fruition until year 2, year 3, even. I think year 2. And what's his longevity going to be? I don't know. But when you look at this guy, to me, I'm gonna throw out this name and I'm gonna say Taysom Hill 2.0, man, because this guy can run, he can catch, and he can throw the ball. So it's a little bit scary that way. I don't want to compare him to a Taysom, but I think he's got everything going for him. Let's put it this way. He had a great year. He had a great bowl even. So he played in the Peach Bowl, 271 total yards. And listen to this, 143 receiving, 86 rushing, 42 passing. So even though his team lost, he was still voted the most valuable player on offense. That's a big deal, man. They said something like that hasn't happened in 26 years of the bowl. So that's really big. I just think everything's there. And he's not a super small guy. I think he's 5'10", 5'11", but he's like 220 pounds. That's huge, man. This guy's going to be a force. I just think he's got everything there. I think they can do some good gimmicks with him. Like I said, it might not happen this year because of the hamstring, but I'm in love with what can be.
What do you like? Why are you comparing him to Taysom Hill's a quarterback though?
Is he? Is he really? Is he?
He's more of a running quarterback.
Yeah, and that's my thing, right? But I still see Scatabo having the receiving as well. So that's why I'm giving him the 2.0. I'm giving him the upgrade. He's the upgraded Taysom. Hopefully, he plays a hell of a lot more than Taysom.
I think you're saying he's a versatile player.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Taysom Hill comes out on plays and just changes the momentum of the game, and I totally agree in that sense. And this is what I read about this guy. He's got that game-changing attitude. He'll just smash through players near the goal line or just run through players and just change the element and get everybody, the entire offense excited. And that's what Taysom Hill does. Not a good guy for fantasy in regards to Hill, but yeah, man, there's something.
I think Scatabo is a more rounded, he'll be in there definitely a lot more of the plays. He's not just a gimmick play, but he has that ability to do these extra things too.
I've got mixed feelings about this guy. I see something where he could be special and I could kind of feel like a nothing burger. And I got him in a bunch of best ball leagues, but not in my money leagues. It's, it's one of those, like, he could take the RB1 job. It's there for the taking from Tyrone.
Problem is he's on the Giants too, right? I mean, they've made some changes and they're trying some different things, but he's still on the Giants and I'm not thrilled about that.
That's exactly it, right? And Tyrone Tracy, 5th round pick, Scatabo. So yeah, 5th round pick for Tracy, 4th round pick for Scatabo when you're comparing draft capital between these guys. And Tracy didn't do he had an okay season, 800 plus yards, 4.4 yards per carry. Nothing to get excited about when I look at Tracy to say, wow, that guy is guaranteed the RB1 job. Scatabo was making a couple waves before he got a little sideline there. So We'll see how he does when it comes to game time. And he's decent value. You get him after round 6, 7. He's dropped. Ever since he got hurt, he dropped a few rounds for sure. So take
Grab
advantage
him.
of that.
Grab him, guys. I'm telling you, there's something special there.
All right. Next one here is I'm giddy about this guy, Tim. I absolutely love this guy. Like man crushing. I'm excited. And I really want to talk about the situation here. Quick Omarion Hampton update. Now, I was editing this podcast and news broke out. This was last night that Omarion Hampton apparently is going to be sharing a committee with Najee Harris, who's set to return. Now, that's what his agent is saying. Najee's agent is saying that Najee is supposed to be back week 1. Regardless, Greg Roman is now saying that whether Najee is ready week 1 or not, they are still going to be running a committee, and the days of the workhorse running back is done. Now, this really obviously pisses me off. I still believe Omarion Hampton is the real deal. And let's get to this segment here. But I just wanted to give you that quick update before we get to the Omarion Hampton, because this news came after we recorded this yesterday. So I wanted to give you that update. So draft Omarion with caution. I really don't believe what coaches say anyway. Omarion's a beast. Najee can't average 4 yards a carry to save his life. He sucks. And even if Najee misses time in the first couple of weeks, they don't really have anybody that's going to be as good as Omarion. If they want to win, they still got to play Omarion Hampton. So I'm a little concerned. I'm a little annoyed, more or less, as coaches try to get away from these, workhorse running backs. But I still believe in Omarion. I don't believe in Najee. I don't believe anybody else there. And I think Greg Goldman is I can't say it on here, but you know what I'm thinking. Okay. Anyway, let's get to this part on Omarion Hampton. I just wanted to give you the quick update before we got to this part. Let's get to it. We're talking like run first Harbaugh offense. We're talking about Omarion Hampton, workhorse, massive upside. I watched tape on this guy, Tim. You know how like running backs near the goal line will just kind of run forward? Like typically you just grab the ball and run. This guy's like hurtling over people at the goal line. He's a monster. It kind of reminds me of a smaller Derrick Henry, Saquon hybrid. Like he looks really good hands. He's got that breakaway speed when he needs it. He's not as fast as like a Henderson or some of these other guys, but there's something there, man, that just says beast workhorse. Now, my main concern was Najee Harris, who's only signed in for 1 year. They drafted this guy with high draft capital to be their workhorse. They did with Hampton, not Najee. And then Najee, we saw, I keep talking about this. As soon as I found out about the fireworks accident, I was happy. Not that he lost an eye or that something happened to his eye. More than just I knew the Hampton thing was Tim shaking his head now. No, listen. So he could have lost his eye, which is bad, not good, sad. Okay, so but I was happy for Hampton, right? And like the last I heard, Najee posted a video in his Snapchat. He's got his helmet on, got the visor, and his left eye is not opening. And they asked Harbaugh, they're like, what's going on? From what I hear, I think he's going to miss a week or two, like for sure, because he's walking laps still, from what I hear. But they're not being clear. They're not telling us how bad this is. Like, I would think it's bad. And even if he does come back, right? It's like, how bad is the eye? Is there depth perception issues? And Omarion Hampton would have run away with the job at that point. So that's my thoughts on it. So I love this guy. Where to get him, Tim? You got to get him in the second round. He's a third round pick, but is he really? Because if you draft from the 10th spot, you come back around at the 2 whatever, right? The early second round. If you don't get him here, he's not swinging back around. And I want to emphasize this. If you got to get him in the second round, if you absolutely want him, or he's gone.
That's what I hate, though. His value has really shot up now with the news of Najee.
Understandably so.
I know. It's like, I love it too. I llove this situation. The fact that he doesn't have to be a backup to Najee or even have a thorn in his side like Najee. Yeah, he will come back and he'll play probably. But I hate that you're not getting that great value anymore out of him, because for a while there, he was going like 4th round. Now he's jumping up to early 3. So that kind of sucks. But I totally agree with you on Hampton. Absolutely.
I love him. Great offense, great situation. Man. I mean, we saw Austin Eckler, who wasn't the greatest running back, thrive. I know it's a different offense between now and people, because I told people, like, same offense, like not the same identical offense, but it's still the Chargers, similar coaching, similar, same quarterback. Like it's just, I don't know, man. There's something saying here, Omarion Hampton, it's just going to be special. That's all. It's just draft him, man. Just get him in the second round, lock it in, and just forget about it, and let the chips fall where they may. But they're gonna be good. All right, your guy here, I don't have a lot of stock in, but I have to be a fan of, because we talked about Emeka. But your guy Baker Mayfield, why do you love him? I mean,
you know what? Like, It's funny because I got to go back to when Baker first came in. I was high on Baker and I absolutely disappointed, of course, like going to Cleveland and he sucked. But you look at Mayfield when he was in college and he was such a proficient quarterback. Like he had very high completion percentage, very low interceptions, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets into Cleveland and he just basically stinks the joint out. So I was off of Mayfield for a long time. Now, finally, he's got that swagger, man. Like I'm thinking Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like he had that look. He made the team feel better just because of the personality that he brought. And I'm thinking that's where Mayfield's at now. He's confident, he's happy, he's playing some of the best ball he's played. And I just think that he's in a great position. And that's why I absolutely love him. It's that I had high hopes for him when he came in as a rookie, didn't pan out. It's been a few years now with a different team, and I just think he's got that swagger, and that's what it is. That's really all it is. I think he's finally playing to the way he should have played as a rookie.
Yeah, there's something there, man. I like the offense. I love the addition of Emeka. Bucky Irving is going to be booming this year. I think he's going to get going. It's an exciting offense to watch. I like Tampa. I like the geographical location in Tampa. I'm a Florida guy. I love the Florida. Yeah, I don't know if I love him as my quarterback. I like Bo Nix better. I just like the situation better for Bo Nix. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. I like more the youth. I would say Bo Nix, second year, more upside kind of player. Mayfield, still, exciting stuff. And you're not paying a Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson type price. So
rightfully so, because he ain't running the ball in 10 times, so you're not getting the TDs with him on the ground. But just it's a love affair. It's not I must have him, but if the price is right, Baker's there, I'm grabbing him. Absolutely.
Yeah, last year actually had 3 rushing touchdowns. Not bad, right? On 60 attempts rushing, 378 yards. So he can move if he needs to, but he doesn't need to. He's throwing for 4,000 yards. You don't need to, right? But look for his touchdowns to come down. 41 touchdowns last year? That's impressive, dude. That's impressive.
Yeah. It was inflated. I definitely see it coming down a little as well. But still, like I say, this is just a love affair. This isn't I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. He's going to be quarterback 1. No, I don't think that's the way it's going to be at all. Just love that he's finally, like I say, seems to be happy. He's got that swagger back, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, because he's never thrown 41 touchdowns before. And this is the same feeling I'm feeling with a guy like Lamar Jackson, 40 plus touchdowns. Not a guy known to throw 40 touchdowns. So I tend to see a regression for these guys. But then again, I like the addition of Emeka. So, man, it's going to be, I can't wait till football starts. This is what I want. I want football to come back so I can figure out what's going to happen. Tell me the ending, right?
Let me look into the crystal ball, like I want to see how this all ends.
Yeah. All right. My next guy here, Tim, to wrap this up here. Again, if you're new to the channel, smash it, tap it, slap it. Make sure you guys do grab that 16-round draft solution. It'll put you light years ahead of the sheep. Grab 60 rounds and never look back. Use code WIN to save because I love you and I want you to win. Grab it. Use code WIN to save 20%, 16 rounds at thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. All right. So let's get to the next guy here, Tim. And I absolutely love him. Caleb Johnson is my next guy. And the reason being is that he's absolutely primed. Okay. Now, there's a lot of speculation about this, which I don't know why there is. Najee Harris was on the Steelers last year, 263 attempts, and he sucks. Let me actually pull up Najee's stats last year. Okay. Like he is like just so basic, running through piles, running through people. No vision was Najee Harris, right? Just as basic as running back as you can get. Averaging just 4 yards per carry. Like he's not exciting. His entire career, like 4 yards per carry for Najee, 4.1 the year before, 3.8 the year before that. And his rookie year, 3.9. I know he had the 1,200 yards, but it's simply just very volume based. So the Steelers for 4 years knew that Najee Harris sucked. And yet he's still got this crazy amount of volume. So I'm looking at a guy who's a proven workhorse in college. I know it's college. Who I think is an upgrade. I mean, I would imagine they looked at the tape and said, hey, we kind of messed up with Najee a little bit. He's been, right? We're going to have to bring somebody in that's going to improve on that. In comes Caleb Johnson, who could do it all, visionary, battle-tested, and they've got Warren there, and everybody keeps giving me this Warren talk. And I understand, Tim, there's 2 arguments that I could say make sense against Caleb Johnson, right? is that there's pass protection issues, which we talked about, because he didn't have to do a lot of pass pro in college. He was just offense, just ran. So that's why his numbers were good, right? So you have the pass pro, and then you have Arthur Smith, who kind of screwed Bajan's rookie year a bit by implementing Algier. And he didn't get cute. And I was hearing it, weeks ago, they lined up 4 tight ends, and they had Geno Smith run the ball. Like, that is the type of stuff that scares me as a Caleb Johnson owner. That being said, like, somebody's got to run the ball. Like, and I just saw an amazing pass from Aaron Rodgers to Caleb. I just posted the video. I mean, if they're playing light, they weren't really trying to take his head off there when they were running him. But dude, 6th round, Tim, I'm all in. Just sign me up. I'll worry about it later. Just sign me up, because I don't believe Warren's going to be a threat at all.
You know what scares me here? Pittsburgh offense. They are not an offensive power anymore. Not, and haven't been for like 4 years.
That's what Jimmy said.
They are a defense team.
Yeah.
That's how they win games. Remember, like, it was like 2 or 3 years ago where I said, you watch, they're going to suck. I bet you they're going to be lucky if they win 5. It might have even been 3 games that I said. I believe they ended up getting 8 or 9, but low scoring, just lack of opportunity here. Nope.
I'm all in on Caleb John.
It's not against the player, it's the team, man. Don't blame the player, blame the team, baby.
I hate the player. So listen, there's a couple of things about that. Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy keeps talking like, oh, they're going to lose a lot of games because Aaron Rodgers sucks, and he has gone down. He's declined significantly, but he's saying that they're going to lose so they get a 1st-round pick at a quarterback. I'm like, no, because Tomlin, the coach, for those who don't know, he's in the hot seat because he always kind of makes it to the playoffs but doesn't get far into it. He's the winning records, and he's on the hot seat, legit, like on the hot seat for his job. That's what I've been hearing. There's rumblings about his job. So I can't imagine these guys just, bowing down and saying, hey, we're just going to lose. I
don't see that either. I just don't think they have the offensive weapons. They don't have the offense they used to have when they were great with Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. It has not been the same since, man. And it's not going to just flip like that either with Aaron Rodgers. No. Like I say, he's not what he used to be.
I know. My concern is also that they may have stacked boxes. They don't have any receivers. They have DK Metcalf, who I'm not really a fan on, Calvin Austin, Robert Woods, Roman Wilson, like just a bunch of bottom feeders that I would never draft in fantasy that are just there as like NPCs on the field. Like, so Caleb could face a lot of stacked boxes, but if volume and talent prevails, there could be something there. I don't know. There's something here, man, that's telling me Caleb Johnson, that round 6 pick is so attractive for a guy who's going to be the workhorse, man. Yeah, I'm all in. Sign me up.
Like I say, I'm just scared. Low scoring offense.
Okay. That's your opinion. We're going to see how it all unfolds.
That's what's great about it, baby, is I can talk as much crap as I want. And until the end of the year, you can't say nothing.
We'll get you next year.
That's it.
Mr. CMC last year, right?
Yeah. CMC number 1 overall.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, that's it for us here today, Tim. Is everyone in a loving mood? Drop a comment. Did Tim make you feel like you're loved? That's what we want to know. I don't know, Tim. I didn't feel too much love from you today.
I'm normally not like a lovey-dovey type of guy, so if I made you feel love, you might want to go talk to a therapist. you have some issues.
All right, guys, that's it. Fantasy football must-haves, players we love. It was a loving episode, and that is it for us. That's
over.
That's not a good way to end the episode. Breaking Brad, liven us up here a little bit before the ending of the show, because people want to go home or go to work or whatever you're listening to this, and they want to be happy. Breaking Brad, are you in a loving mood? Brad, what kind of mood are you in?
Embrace the fury.
Oh, no.
Fear is weakness.
Oh, no.
Game over.
And the show is definitely over after that. He's never loving that guy. Never.
That's very devilish. Like, he's the exact opposite of love.
All right, man. We'll talk soon, guys. Subscribe, thumbs up. I got Walter Football coming on tomorrow. We got a good one. Top 10 running backs. Turn on the bell and subscribe. We're out. Bye, Tim. Bye, everyone.
See you, everybody.